Mountain biking is a skills-based discipline, so it's no surprise that some of our best turn to teaching. Paul Rowney is a multiple Australian champion. He's an Olympian and he stood on some of the highest podiums in the world. Nowadays, he's turning his attention to passing on some of his unique skills to a new generation of mountain bikers.
One of the greatest G's you'll ever get on a mountain bike is hitting a berm at warp factor. We are ready for that?
Fantastic.
Yay! Skills in mountain biking are everything. Obviously, having fundamental physiology, yeah, great, but you know, you still got to be able to get around things in mountain biking. That's the way, much better, Julian. So, you know, it really is a question of skill. For a lot of the novice riders that we have here, you know, the benefit is actually just sort of the little tips and being shown how it's done, and also being in an environment where we can encourage them and give them confidence to actually do things. Try riding in the big ring on the front. And what we're seeing, particularly at the entry stage level groups, you know, the improvement from the start of the day to the end of the day is very, very rewarding for us.
And they're off. It's Paul Rowney taking his customary whole shot. He loves a good fast start.
You know, well, for me, it was never about what I had to left physically. It was just the mental sort of, you know, just being worn out mentally. That was the thing that did it for me, you know, like 10 years in a suitcase is pretty hard on anybody, and then doing what we do on top of that. Yeah, I just felt it was time for a break or a change. I really didn't know at that point. Pretty much had a couple of years off the bike, you know, realised what it's live a normal life and not have to be chained to a bike seat. And yeah, I decided to start riding just after Christmas, and I thought I'll give nationals a go, and you know, to actually go out and win that, you know, a national title in elite 2 years after I retired. Pretty much the last time I did win a national title was 2001. Was unbelievable. I actually had nightmares after, thinking, man, I could be a pro bike rider again, and I was like, I'm starting to feel like John Farnham.
Rowney, though, was a man on a mission.
And there was particularly one case against a certain Lance Armstrong.
Must have been 1999. Massive of interest, thousands and thousands of fans, and we literally just rode from a sort of fairly bad starting position to the front of the pack, and I thought, that's it, I'm just going to take him on the inside. And I just remember seeing him come up to the face of the ramp, and I'll never forget both hands just slamming the brakes, and I was just like, see ya. And that, yeah, beat him in the sprint, but it was a pretty memorable moment. You know, I'm just really enjoying cycling again, and I think it's, you know, probably a good sign to anybody that, you know, they can take some time out of this sport if it becomes too much, or, you know, the demands of it are too much, but, you know, can come back and enjoy it on a different level. And, you know, man, it's been a bit of a whirlwind couple of months, but yeah, it's been fun. That's what it's been.